number 1 here. Benchmark 1, number 1. In order to solve this inequality, sorry, not inequality, it's absolute value, we first need to what the absolute value? We have to get it by itself. I call isolate. So we have to minus this 7 over. And once we do that, we're going to get 5x minus 2 equals 12. So once we do that, we have the absolute value isolated. We now have to make 2 equations. What's my first equation? 5x minus 2 equals 12 is my original, because this inside should equal 12. But the 5x minus 2 could also equal what? Negative 12, because the absolute value would change that negative 12 to a positive 12. And from here, what do we do? We solve each of them. So we add 2 to both sides here. And we get 5x equals 14. Over here, we add 2 to both sides. And we get 5x equals negative 10. And this one, we divide by 5. So we have x equals 14 over 5. And over here, we divide by 5. So we have x equals negative 2. Those are my 2 answers. Absolute values should always have 2 answers. Number 2. I want to solve this inequality. So this is a less than. So a less than is that an and or an or? Less than. Less than. Remember, less than is an and. Greater is an or.
Yeah.
So this is an and. So we're going to have 4 minus 2x is less than 6. And we said it's an and. So and, what's the other one? 4 minus 2x what? You flip the sign and change it to a negative. This one was an and because it started off with less than. And now we solve each of these. So we're going to minus the 4 over. And we have negative 2x is less than 2. And here we minus the 4 over. We have negative 2x is greater than negative 10. Divide both sides by negative 2. And what happens to the sign here? The sign's actually going to flip. And this one, when you divide by negative 2, does the sign also flip?
Correct.
Becomes a positive 5. And what is it going to be in here? It's an and or? An and. Now, is there a certain way we're supposed to write an and answer?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, ands have to be rewritten. The lowest number comes first, the x is in between, and then the bigger number. So the x is between negative 1 and 5. Because watch right here. X is less than 5. Isn't this x is greater than negative 1 written backwards? Okay. That's my answer. Whenever you have an and, it's x is between 2 numbers. We also have to graph it according to the directions. We have negative 1. We have 5. Open or close because it's just less, it's greater than less than, not or equal to. So they're open circles. Make sure it's obvious they're open. And does this say greater than -1? So does that mean to go this way? And isn't this less than 5? So wouldn't that go this way? Doesn't this also say x is between -1 and 5? So doesn't it basically just mean your answer is between the two? Open circles, shaded between. Now, if this was an or, if it was an or, our graph would be going out. And we just write the word or in between.